I blame virus, guys. And Josh. That's who I blame. Overslept, having trouble with the Canada Wi Fi, is unboxing the new booster seat from Amazon. All of the above. Wow. Unbelievable. No, none of the above. Good morning, everybody. Mark, good morning, good morning. Every time I see Mark now, I want to go look at the S&P and see what it's doing. You know, the little 16 cents. Yeah, it's both of you. Actually, add Dan to the list, Josh. Everything looks a bit suspicious going into the open, doesn't it? Like everything looks a bit sus going into the open here. So this might be one of those mornings where we really have to wait a few minutes, to see what looks good. Yeah, FTEL had some really good news, right? Strategy news, crypto strategy. And so that's obviously done well this morning. There's a lot of resistance up here, so just be careful going into the open. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's go. What do we have? 2 minutes? Yeah, no, super late today. That's okay though. That's okay. I want to watch IBG for a second at the open. This is the top gainer going into the open. Um, right. So I almost want to keep an eye on this for a second at the open, just to see if we can consolidate above $1, or if we break below $1, then we're headed straight to the 200 EMA. Right. So that's kind of what I want to pay attention to here. But so I still like this. Just because it should have the volume, it had the catalyst, it has all the ingredients, but hopefully it's not too sus of a day. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye. Hey, Matt, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. Silo I like as well, even though it's not up as much. I like that it's holding above the 200 EMA. So I'm going to keep an eye on this as well. We do need to break that downtrend that it's created already. So I like that. West was spamming SLNH, right? So this one's obviously done really well. So good job, Wes. Alrighty, good jobs. You do have some support now, right above 250. So it would be nice if it stayed above that level. It looks like at head and shoulder now at 305, but you're going to need that breakout, obviously. So IBG, I think is looking a bit more suspicious. But again, just at the open, please. So let's see if it can consolidate above $1. If not, we can look for sell off closer to the 70 and the 200 EMA. Alrighty. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Okay, just setting up the scanner here. So back to 105 on that. JXG with looks like we broke below $1 really briefly there for IBG. Yeah, so we're technically doing what we're supposed to be doing there. Silo really isn't doing much. Oris has been the one that's done well, because Oris just exploded there, right? So 39 cents. This one was posted in Discord from closer to 10 cents. So if you're still in this as a swing play, that's been nice, right? The daily chart on this looked amazing, amazing. SLNH is failing at that resistance. I don't think that's a massive surprise though. So I know some of you guys are holding this as a swing play, but yeah. So 305 is major resistance. So if it can break above that level, then I think you might have continuation there. But for now, yeah, there's a problem there. So IBG, right, still playing with $1. So we shall see. Way too early to judge. GLTO, meh, right? Again, the problem here is the market just open, so you're having a lot of these names go back and forth. So I wouldn't be overly concerned. Alrighty, it's way too early to be throwing names in the garbage. I still like IBG. I still think IBG is at the top of the list for me. We are trying to run $1, right? But the volume just doesn't seem to be coming through for some reason. So We need to curl back above that 110, or we need to dip to the 200 EMA. Alrighty, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. So we're just playing around with 105 here. SLE is halted up. AGMH is halted up. Right, you can just tell it's chaos. Hey, yo, misfits. It's just chaos all over the place, right? Look at IPDN now. So massive red candles, massive green candles. So we kind of say this every morning, right? Just expect the chaos at the open. And if you're not sure what to do, just sit on your hands for a second. Alrighty, so this one's gone from $4 to 450. Now retesting that last resistance there. So $4.55 IPDN. Alrighty, and there it goes. Nice boomskis there on IPDN. Very nice boomskis. Damn, that thing said, excuse me. I just want to go, go, go. And the problem is you still can't trust stuff like this just because we're at the open, right? So, and it's expected. So IBG is still trying to reclaim that 110. But my goodness, is that thing taking its sweet, sweet time. So that 200 EMA there at right below 465 for IPDN. Just be careful. Ready? Just be careful. Come on now. Can we actually get some like proper moves? Some proper moves. 105 IBG will get out at 95 if it happens to Jason. I like the plan. There we go. We're back to 111, right? So 111. Yeah, again, like it just needs to start behaving a 10, right? Um, craziness. GLTO is trying to come back a little bit. IPDN really wants to break above that 200 EMA, so that looks nice. That looks very nice. We'll look at some of the other names once we actually on halt, like AGMH and SLE, and go from there. The S&P just doesn't know what redness is. That thing says when I dip, you better buy the dips, whether it's 10 cents. You better buy the dips because that's all you get. Mark? That's all you get. You get 10 cents. Okay, come on, IBG. We have faith in you. Just a little bit of faith, you know? That doesn't work in the market, does it? It doesn't. All right, so again, $1.10 is a problem for this thing. So until it can actually reclaim $1.10 and close above, I think it has problems still, right? And here comes a retest of the bottom. So straight weakness. So the fact that we couldn't reclaim that $1.10 is a problem. Almost like when you go back up and retest the 200 EMA and you can't break above, that's a big problem. So that's a problem there, right? So from $1.10 to 90 cents, and that thing might have halted down, right? So that's some, yeah, it's halted down. That's some pretty rubbish price action there, right? So not being able to reclaim that $1.10 is garbage. Alrighty, garbage. Telling you, like this morning seems so suspicious. Look at Oris. Oris is now pushing for the lows of the for the for new lows there. Get to the low coming into the open is what I'm trying to say, right? So from 39 cents back to 31 cents, right? So a lot of suspicious price action here. Again, patience into the open, guys. Patience, 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 patience. Well, at the open, alrighty. Yeah, GLTO is coming back a bit here. Next resistance for this thing though is right below 490 there. 490. SLNH has done a good job holding above 250, so that's good. That is good. And FTEL still looks okay here. FTEL still looks like it wants to break out. And yeah. So testing the wicks at the top there. See if we actually get a breakout. Let's see. Um, yeah, so IPDN is again that 200 EMA is going to be a bit of a magnet there. A bit of a magnet. GLTO is looking good though. So we're testing the 490 level there. And then SLE is halted down, right? Let's see. There we go. And then GLTO is getting slapped, right? Like everything looks a bit suspicious this morning. So maybe IPDN is like, hey, I'm the one to go. I'm the one. I'm the one. You're almost having to FOMO into some of these names at the open here, though. Four ninety. Perfect. No. Yeah, IPDN is cooking there now. So that was a good break above the 200 EMA. A good breakout. Yeah, so the fact that we couldn't reclaim this $10 for IBG just made it super suspicious. So, and actually it's on halted there. So maybe we go back and retest the 200 EMA. Right? Honestly, don't mind that if we want to do that. So not sure if we get there, but we'll keep an eye on this. Alrighty. This is why sometimes I like when the 200 EMA is close to the price action, because I know that if we break below that level, like the risk is minimized. Not that you're gonna make money, just because you know where the bottom potentially should be, and if it isn't, then you get rid of it. Sometimes when you're this far away from that 200 EMA, it's like, okay, we could bounce here, or we could go down there, right? So it's always an interesting battle. GLTO is going back to retest that 420 support. So if this is something you're watching, watch that 420 level. ORIS, maybe watch for 30 cents, 29 to 30 cents. That's where your support is at for this one, ORIS. Alrighty, the S&P is back to flat as news is coming, like Virus mentioned. IPDN, I'm sure there's a psychological battle here at $5, right? So it would be nice if we got some higher lows on this, because we basically went from like looking like garbage into the open to boom skis at the open. So it would be nice to see some higher lows. That thing's like higher lows, catch me on the moon. How about that? Right? So super strong. But for now, this is looking like the best performing stock in terms of like price action. We still need those higher lows though. As soon as we say that, guys, look at that. As soon as we say that, it's like okay, fine, right? So this is why it's really important that when you're looking for a breakout, like you actually let the candle close. Because if you bought that thing because we were breaking above $5, I know, right, Marty? We spoke too soon. They're like, oh, say it again. Say it with your chest. um, say it with your chest. So FTEL isn't quite breaking out yet, even though it looks like it's on the verge of wanting to, like it's missing the volume. It's actually halted down. Yeah, it's halted down. FTEL. Interesting. Okay. GLTO is holding that double bottom there, so that isn't horrible. IBG is like, hey guys, I'm back. I'm back. This is why like the halt is a little bit annoying at 26. Yeah, the halt is a little bit annoying just because of you don't actually get to see proper price action. But so we're back to 104. Again, I just want to see some higher lows, some double bottoms, something. Um, Instead of straight fat green candles and straight fat red candles, because that doesn't give anybody any confidence, right? So IPDN has done a good job though retesting that 200 EMA and holding for now at least. So $4.60, and as soon as like, oh, you think so? How about we go below that level too? My goodness, my goodness. So for now, again, let's see if IPDN can find a way to stay above this level, just because you can see that the 200 EMA and this level has been important, right? So would be nice if we stayed above that. Silo we haven't looked at for a bit because it's still sitting in the same spot. Good job, Rock. See, that's what I mean. I think you're good with those entries, Rock. You're doing really well. I think you're just not managing the losses when they come properly, right? Because if you're doing stuff like that, you should be okay. You just have to keep those losses smaller, right? You have to have like a hard stop, like, hey, okay, I made 10 cents, 13 cents here. If I take another trade, max loss is 5 cents, right? So it's annoying, but that's the type of stuff you need to do. Alrighty? I think if you do that, you'll be okay. Look at that, guys. IPDN straight down, right? No consolidation at all, nothing. Straight down. Straight down. Maybe this is a good thing for IBG. If nothing wants to pump and hold, maybe IBG will be like, okay, you know what, guys? You know what? I got you. Maybe Silo, right? IBG or Silo, something will pick up. Something will pick up. It's been 14 minutes. He needs once in a while. He never had me. I know, right? I know. Today, nothing wants to behave. Nothing wants to behave. AGMH is halted down now too. SLE is hitting brand new session highs, market open highs, basically. But I still think IBG is interesting. So let me pull up SLE, the Super League. This one was good last night. Had a really good run last night. You're clearly sitting at the double top now, though, guys. Right? So you're gonna have resistance. Anytime you get close to $10 on SLE, you're gonna have a lot of resistance. So just be careful there. So that news just came out for SPY. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be causing a crazy reaction, at least not quite yet. Yeah, good job on taking those gains, by the way, Laura. No. Amazons. Peter, good morning, Peter. I'm using Robinhood, but can't get less than 5 minutes time frame on my. Is that normal? I'm using Robinhood. I'm not sure if that's normal. It shouldn't be. William, I honestly wouldn't recommend using Robinhood for technical analysis. Like for placing your trades, that's fine. Technical analysis though, I would use TradingView already. So go to the new trader education section. There's a video in there that says how TradingView works. Watch those last 3 videos already. So you basically have 4 videos to watch, William, and then we'll get a one-on-one done. So make sure you watch those at some point already. Please and thank you. Look at IBG, guys. IBG is like, hey, I'm back. right? So this is what I mean. Like if nothing is cooking, IBG might take over, right? If nothing wants to cook, IBG is gonna be like, hey, like I gave you guys the right. I gave you guys the chance to cook, and nothing wanted to cook. Uh, yeah, to view, but was yeah, William. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. That's what most people do, right? TradingView only to see the technical analysis, and then TradingView. Robinhood, Webull, Moomoo, Interactive Brokers, TD, Schwab, to place the trades. Yeah. So it looks like this one is still looking suspicious. Yeah, GLTO look nice, and then look at IBG, guys. Look at IBG, right? IBG said, "Hey, don't count me out. Don't count me out," because IBG is halted up now. So IBG is halted up. Yep. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Type yes in the chat if you're holding IBG, guys. Type yes in the chat if you're holding IBG. Yes, because I know quite a few of you guys are holding this, right? Because this was the best looking name coming into the open, so you guys tend to hold it even when it goes down. So I know a whole bunch of you are holding this one. So that halt was a bit annoying, right? Just because you don't actually get proper price action with that stuff, but I'm glad it came back. Yeah, good job, everybody. Yeah, again, like there's really nothing else that's performing. Of all of the names we're looking at, everything looks super scammy, right? So people tend to name that was performing and actually looked good. So yeah, good job. You're in at 90 cents and waiting to get out at June. Good job. Yeah, so stay green with that. Alrighty, stay green with that. All puts today, right? I don't think Spy isn't really giving any reason to be buying puts, other than that we've had a big run. Other than that, there's nothing negative about Spy. Zero. Jeff, good jobs. I know we were looking at that Oris chart. Oris looked really good on the daily, right? So look really good on the daily. I know from 10 cents, but yeah, like I know most of you guys got in, like recently. A little bit higher. Peter, I'm not sure. It depends. It depends. Like it really depends. Um, it really depends. I know I'm playing you, but it really depends on how many changes you would make, right? Like it really depends. The difference for me is like I've already used the wild card, and my team already looks like the team that most people are wild carding, right? So, um, triple captain is a nice chip, but the wild card is a more valuable chip because you can get points from like you're changing your whole team basically. You can get points from a whole bunch of places, right? uh yeah. Think about it this way, Peter, right? The triple captain and I use the triple captain, I will be why? Because my team's better in all the other places, right? So yeah. Whereas if you don't use it, maybe you have a chance because then you can copy the other players that I already have. And if Harlan blanks, then I will really crush you. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot to think about though with that. Yeah, look at SPY. SPY is going back to the highs, right? We're clearly testing a double top here, so the puts are not looking amazing, right? But you definitely need time on those puts. I'm waiting for IBG to be unhalted, guys. Other than IBG again, maybe IPDN consolidating a little bit at 430, right? Um, maybe a little bit of consolidation at 430 there. Plug has done really well with that news they had. Emat, yeah, yeah, looks good. Yeah, I'll take a look at Plug in a second. I just want to see IBG on halt. I hope this isn't one of those like trashy on halts. You know what I mean? I hope this isn't one of those trashy on halts where you're on halting, but just because you're at resistance, the stock doesn't break above the resistance. Um, Small and wave virus. You put a limit, Lin? Okay. Gamal, what's your question for AEON? Let me question, please. Right, because you guys, everybody's spamming ticker symbols in the chat. I can't run around and look at all the tickers you guys are spamming in the chat, right? So, let's go. Be well. Daily Gold Met. Thank you for the guidance. Let's go. Congratulations. High five. Well done. Love it. I don't know what guidance, but I don't know what guidance you use to make your daily goal, but good job. There we go. Unhalted, guys. So 122 to 120. Right. So we're technically still in that same range, closer to 130. So I bet you that's why we stalled there for a second. But we're testing it again and again and again. But not a bad push though. Not a bad push at all. Not a bad push at all. Yeah. Not a bad push at all. You can see like trying to want to break above that $1.30. Uh, yeah, so just be yeah, so $1.30 resistance. If you took those gains at the supply zone, right? Good job. Because that thing just got halted down. Yep. Right. So that thing just got halted down. So good job. That was a really good exit, by the way, June. That was a pretty fire exit. Yeah, pretty fire exit. Yeah, so $1.30 and then halted down at 108. Yeah. What did you get into, Randy? I just confirmed my transfers. Pizza, what did you bring in? I gave you, I told you I was using the triple captain. Give me something. Give me some secrets. Good job, Luna. Good job, good job, good job. Only one loss earlier. Okay. George, good job on that, by the way. 98 to 119. Good job. I know. I like it. It's just super, super suspicious. Super suspicious. 307 Thor. Okay. So you made money on that then. I'll take a look at plug. Daryl, good job. Yeah. In this market, honestly, you really do have to lock in those gains. Like you really, really do have to. Yeah. Floyd, yeah. I say this market as it's a bad thing, but what I mean by that is like everything just kind of seems a bit suspicious today. Like suspicious, suspicious, suspicious. You know? So pizza. Everybody's getting rid of Salah. I hope Salah cooks. Might have to get rid of him too, but not yet. So we'll see what happens with if you took your gains on IBG, guys, type yes in the chat. If you took your gains on IBG, type yes in the chat. SLE is looking interesting again, guys. Right? SLE is looking interesting there. So we're retesting retesting that VWAP up there. So let's see if it breaks above that level. Pat, good job on that, by the way. That stop loss hitting is not a bad thing. That stop loss hitting is not a bad thing. Yeah, you guys actually did really well with the exits, which I'm very proud of. More than you know, honestly. More than you know. I'm very proud of that. Right? Like I'm yeah, that's really good because again, sometimes you want to sit here and say, oh, let's just wait, right? It's gonna break out. But honestly, when you see the red zone sometimes and you know it's resistance and you know it's like everything's behaving like a sauce, stock today, just take the damn gains, right? So good job. Do we have to manually time the halt? Yeah, Rock. It's because it's not always accurate and it changes, so it's always nice to keep track of the last time in sale on the Nasdaq side, and then give it 5 minutes. Yeah, and then if it doesn't on halt, give it 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes. So that's kind of how we do it. Sometimes it gives you an on halt time though. Right? It doesn't always. Your stop order has been canceled. No idea why. Hmm. I tried to move my limit order to 120. Maybe because when you did that, the stock was already below that price, Mike. It might have been below that price. Yeah, might have been below that price. Um, let's see what happens when we on hold here for IBG. See what happens with the on holds. Let's see. Yeah, SLE. Yep. So that view up is going to be resistance. So 1020-ish close above, then you're looking for $11 to 1120, which is the same level from last night we were talking about. Same level, WCT with a bit of a pop there. But yeah, so SLE doesn't look bad. We'll come back to that, I'm sure. Holo holo. For a climb? Yep. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, IBG might not be done. It's just, sometimes when you see resistance, you take the monies, right? There goes the on hold. So we're at 102 now, right? And 98 cents. These hold candles are just annoying because you can't really trade it properly. So let's see if that thing can give us a double bottom, a higher low, and then start curling back to the upside. Because for now, I still don't see anything that is to my liking. But yeah, so I wouldn't throw this completely in the garbage yet, especially above the 200 EMA. So we'll keep an eye on it. SLE is looking really good already. So we're breaking above that 1020 level. See if we can actually close this time above 1020. Chiba. Yeah, SLE looks good there. There goes 1060. 1060. 1070. So it looks like anywhere from 1080 to that 1120, right? Is a bit of an obstacle. Uh, right. So 1080 all the way to 1120 for SLE. Nah. Lee, what's your position in BETR? What's your position? Let me know. I'll take a look. And look at that. We just went from 1080 all the way down to below $10 to $9, guys, on SLE, right? So today just seems like that type of day. Like if you have gains, you don't sit there and say, but I could have more, right? Because it's gonna get taken away. Look at that. That's a nasty drop, right? And look at IBG. So if you didn't sell IBG at the top there and you didn't have a stop loss, guess what? We're back to the bottom again, right? So this is why we keep saying, hey, like sometimes when you have resistance, you take the gains, right? Or move your stop loss up. If not, you might be in trouble. Silo looks okay, but it's been super slow. Yeah. in 5 seconds, winter fell. Craziness. Right? Silo looks fine, but super, super slow. The S&P hit that double top and came back down. Hurricane, Dustin, did you buy puts, or you're just watching for now? This still doesn't look horrible because we're basically in the same range, right? How many times have we bounced off the same area here and then back to the top? So there's nothing horrible happening there. Let me take a look at a plug power. Maybe this is the slow and steady one. It looked good earlier, and then now we're slowly dipping. So basically dipping to retest 290, which is where the 200 and the VWAP are both sitting at. So if you're watching this, that could potentially be a higher low, right? So 290 is support, and then 275 below that. Matthew, okay. JXG. Okay, I'll put it on the list here. On the list, yeah. So watch 290 with that. IBG looks like we're holding a double bottom for now. SLE, chaos. Silo is actually one of the only ones that's actually given us a higher low today. It just doesn't have the volume, and it's at the double top below the VWAP, so it's not exactly an amazing thing. And spies are breaking down here. Spy said hello. It's time. IPDN. It's consolidating a little bit above 410. Off a double bottom, right? So yeah, there's a bit of consolidation there above 410 T. So as long as that level holds, right? The low of the day is 406, so you kind of want it to stay above that level at least. SLE is back above $10, guys. The volatility is this makes you miss the days where you can look at one name and you're like, dang, this looks so nice. You know, all we're looking for is breakouts and higher lows. You know, some days it's like that, and then some days you're like, damn, just give us something. Give us something. Demand zone. Okay. SLNH. BBAI. BBAI. It looks like a GLTO came down to the support at 380 and then bounced. So that's not too bad. And then you can see that double top for silo, right? So we failed at that level. I'm going to pull up a plug and BBAI. Yeah, so demand zone for SLNH, so $2.30. That's actually the pre-market bottom as well. Winterfell, so $2.30 for that. And then virus. Did you? This is another one you saw too soon. This was the one from the other day, wasn't it? Dang virus. Yup. What the hell did Spy just do? Look at Spy. Like those candles look nice and red, and then all of a sudden, big boom candle to the upside. Right? Like this is just such scammy behavior. Burn the Spy puts is what they're trying to do, huh? Burn them is what they're trying to do. Yeah, no, BBI looks good. If you know virus, it's only 12%. Yeah, 495. You've actually been in some really nice potential swing positions there, virus. Really, really nice. Okay. We need a proper breakout on something here. Yeah. So for IBG guys, you have that double bottom there. If it can hold cool, if not, you're gonna go straight to the 200 EMA. So the white line you see at 79 cents. So you're looking for a double bottom here for IBG. I'm just gonna put the line here just because that's where the pivot is at, even though we could easily bounce right there. So I'm just gonna leave it at 86 cents. Hello, Sean Roberts. Good, how are you? And then SLE is the closest thing to a breakout though, right? This one's the closest to an actual breakout at the open here. So it would be nice if it actually broke out. So there we go, right? So the closest thing to a breakout SLE. So that is looking the best for now, right? So like I said earlier, 1080 to 1120, that's the range, right? So it would be nice if Super League can, get in a Super League. It would be nice if that thing can break and get in a Super League. This is the Super League, the Champions League, only the best. So that thing needs to break above that. Anybody holding SLE? Type yes in the chat if you are. AOAK 1090. $11, 1113. So we're testing that 1120. Yeah, so there goes a little break above that 1120. So that doesn't look horrible. That doesn't look horrible. Again, type yes in the chat if you're holding a SLE. 890, good entry. We still need to close those candles above 1120 there. Looks like we will, but not quite yet though. So 1120 resistance. Oh, la 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 la. Gail, good job, Rizzo. Monies. IBG testing the 200 EMA. Alrighty. And the S&P is just, bipolar. Up, down, up, down. Clay? Okay. Good job. Yeah, we really need to hold above that 1120 there, and then there should be more room to the upside. Potentially $12 above 1120. Pre-market. That was a really good scalp, man. That's a really, really good scalp. You should be green for the day, right? Wow. Wow, pizza. Wow. Wow. See this, guys? You see this virus? You see Peter? I have nothing to say. Zero. Plug just showed up on the Zero Boros scanner. So squeeze it. Good, man. Good. So to me, your problem isn't that you cannot make money. Your problem to me is, sometimes the positions are too big, and sometimes the loss isn't realized quickly enough. And sometimes the no patience to execute the proper entry. But to me, these are little things because you're gonna do well, right? You just need to be patient and just make decisions. So there goes that 1120 fail for now for SLE. Right? We know that's resistance. So it's gonna need to break again since yesterday, guys. Since yesterday, this morning as well, this level has been a problem, right? So, yeah. You know what's nice about the Apple mouse, even though I hated it, is the ease of like for me to zoom in and out. Like I can just do that. Like it's pretty easy for yeah, pretty easy. Anyways, and then the other day the Apple mouse died, and I had such a hard time using the other mouse. I'm like, wait, what is this? Isn't it interesting how quickly people adapt to like stuff that they're using? Yeah. Sean Robert, can I see your chat? Yes, I can. What's your question? You have the trackpad? Yeah. I couldn't use the trackpad and stream, Peter. I just couldn't. It's just I don't think I could navigate it quick enough. But then again, I guess if you used it for long enough, you would. BBI is retesting the highs of the day there, so good job if you're in that. IBG, watch for that again. 200 EMA, right? The white line at the bottom of the thing there. So see if we can stay above. Pita. Logitech for life. T. Logitech. Yep. Now look at that. SPY hit a triple top now. So it'd be interesting to see if we break above that. Because if we break above that level, oof, count your blessings if you're holding puts. Because yeah. Mm-hmm. Paris, are you holding 0 DTE puts? Uh, I see 3 rate cuts total for 2025. So we've done one so far, so 2 more. Things Captain Obvious, right? So yeah, I think for the most part everybody is expecting 2 more rate cuts. Okay. I was like, virus really? At the highs? No, but there's so much time on those the virus. So much time. Yeah. So for now, there's a triple top on SPY there. So but this is on a really small time frame, right? As soon as you zoom out, you're like, oh dang, this is not bearish at all. But on this though, you can probably play 0 DTEs and jump out really quickly. If we break above that level though, you better get the hell out. Because that thing will enter the rubbish. It looks like IPDN is giving us a bit of a double bottom there. Right, so we did eventually hold that 406 level though, so that's good for IPDN. So green a little bit, Nelson. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad thing. Right, at least you took gains on this at hopefully closer to resistance. Right, again, today just seems to be showing us that when you see resistance, guys, and you know it's resistance, you sell it. Right, we've known that there's resistance at 11:20 since yesterday for SLE, right? Since last night and this morning. So if you sold that thing at closer to 11:30, 11:20, guys, if you sold that thing right there, guess what? You just saved yourself a whole lot of monies, right? So today is not the day to be sitting there and praying for breakouts because it doesn't seem to be happening, right? Everything is going to resistance and failing, resistance and fail, resistance and fail, resistance and fail. DVLT with a nice little pop there. Let's go, Jericho. Yeah, DVLT. 1090 a June. Are you happy you did that? Right? Should be. Should be. No, 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 no. Good morning, Jericho. Green Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, good job, A. Good scalp piece. NUAI with another pop there. NUAI. Again, so IBG, right? So that 200 EMA needs to hold if you're still watching that. Silo just never had the volume to break out. You can see the double top, triple top, right? So just no volume there for the breakout. The S&P is still hitting that triple top as well and backing off. So 0 DTE puts, right? Nice at the triple top there if you took them. Byron said maybe. Maybe. Yeah, IPDN has done a good job holding that 406. It's pushing up, but then you have the 50 EMA that you need to reclaim. So stay above 410 on this if you're playing with it. Pretty please. And yeah, SLE really got slapped. I really hope you guys took your gains on this, right? From 1120, 1140 all the way down to $9.17 and halted down, right? So that's a pretty nasty drop. Yep. So no diamond hands, please. Yeah, so halted down. 2028 cents. And it's a pretty slow day today. Yeah, pretty slow day. Again, BBI looks really nice. Super slow. Like it's gonna be so slow, so slow. But I'm sure Shima is happy in this one. VLN. Virus isn't happy. Stop it. Yep. Show me 570 and then crash. Do you have some calls? Yeah, I think if you break above that double top, the triple top, I think you might just see it, Jaden. If we don't break above that, then if we break above the previous low, yeah, you're not gonna see it. We're gonna see violence. So for now, I think we have our range set, right? So we need to break the top or break the bottom, and then I think we should have a direction. uh, is it gonna rebound? Nora, what's your position in SLE? What's your position in SLE? What is your position? So spies looking suspicious. Suspicious. I I mean the thing is like we haven't really gone anywhere, right? So it's still gonna be I think we're gonna be in this range for a second before we actually make a decision. Before we make a decision. The only thing that's hitting highs for now is virus BBAI. BBAI. No way, pizza. Did you actually? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Peter's like the Kramer of the Kramer of hot trades. If Peter bought puts, you would see 700. Trump would take his. We'll find out. Ah. I'm sure they are, Martin. I'm sure they are. President Trump just says stock market is doing better than it's ever done. Huawei announces a 3-year plan to overtake NVIDIA in AI chips. Interesting, huh? A 3-year plan to overtake NVIDIA in AI chips. Maybe in 3 years, NVIDIA will be somewhere else. Interesting. 1.3 trillion Morgan Stanley to offer Bitcoin and crypto trading in first half of 2026. Interesting. Visa, Stripe, and Fold partner to launch Bitcoin credit card. Interesting. I want a Bitcoin credit card. Does it give you a reward in BTC? But yeah, Trump says stock market is doing better than it's ever done. I mean, he's not wrong in the sense that like if you look at the bottom, but he kind of caused the bottom though. So I don't know if that it really counts. I don't know if that really counts. Like he caused the 20% crash, and then we go from -20% to +20% to 30%. Which is at the top of the range for like gains ever. And then he's like, it's doing the best it's ever done. No, dude, 10% is what we expect. The rest you caused it. So I mean, we don't mind. We don't mind if you bought the dipskis. You really don't mind. Yeah, exactly. Virus, exactly. So is the market doing better than it ever has? Technically, yes, but also technically no. Year to date, we're up 13%, right? Last year, we were up. I mean, we have so many months left, so we should be able to outperform that. But in the last 5 years, the market's averaged like 15%, 17%, right? So we're still below the average. So, yeah, he needs to get us to 700 by end of the year, and then he can say, yeah, best we've ever done. Yep, exactly, Jason. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I think that dip was done on purpose, and I think a lot of smart people bought the dip skis, and a lot of those people are very happy. I think a lot of people panicked, you know, but the big monies got richer and richer. A lot of people got rich off that dip ski because the way we recovered to was very quick, you know. So you made a lot of monies very quickly. But then there are also people that that panic sold their long-term accounts. If you did that, congratulations, you played yourself. It's not fun though, but still, you played yourself. To replace Windows in China, I think a lot of companies, a lot of countries like that will look for independence. You know, like getting stuff from NVIDIA in the USA. Anyways, so you can see we're back to the bottom of the range for SPY, but was clearly still going up and down. It's in the same range. Yeah, that's quite annoying, Mike. That's really annoying. Yeah, the stop loss canceled. I wonder why. I think did you use a stop limit though, Mike? Did you use a stop limit? Because if you did, it might have dropped too quickly below and never executed. 750 Santa rally. I was playing with my grandson yesterday, and he congratulations. ah. ah. Oh my goodness. Why? Why did he say that though, Yogi? Is it because you said that and he heard you, or what happened? Lisa, I mean, like the entire market. Remember when Trump was doing the tariffs, right? And the entire markets crashed like 30%. Nvidia was down like 50%, right? Nvidia was down a lot. Palantir was down a lot. You know, so basically anything you got into large cap wise, you made so much money in such a quick time, right? And here goes the S&P guys. So we're hitting brand new lows, right? So again, yeah, April 8, yeah, all the stocks, all of them. Ah, so puts are for win, for losers, you know. Today puts might be for winners. So let's see. So we're sitting at the lows of the day now. I think everybody's been kind of waiting for some of these dip skis, you know. Yeah. Pizza, did you actually buy puts, or were you just kidding? Were you just kidding? Yeah, we'll see. See what happens. If you are in a process of moving the stop and the bid price is below the new you're trying to set, will cancel current. There you go, Robert. Thank you for that. Thank you. So maybe this is what happened with your position, Mike, and I moved it to 120. It was canceled and immediately dropped by. Yeah, so I think it dropped as you were doing that, Mike. So it was at 114. You know what's silly though is it should be left at 114. That's what my broker does. So if I set a stop loss at 114 and I go change it, what usually happens is if we drop too quickly to 114, 114 will execute, but it doesn't cancel the 114 until the new stop loss is in. So that's a bit, yeah, that's a bit silly. Yeah, kind of annoying. That's what I was wondering. Just bad timing. Yeah, yeah. As soon as you were about to do that, I think fishy things happened. What is that? Uh, oh, I see. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Which is silly, Robert? Yeah. And I think that's very silly. I think that's very, very silly. Yeah, I know, right? Golf IQ. IBG, IBG looked, yeah. That thing went all the way down. IPDN, same thing, all the way down. SLE, all the way down. My goodness, why does everything look like this today? Yeah, Fofo is the one that's actually popping them. And for some reason, my stuff is really slow loading again today. Yeah, even the price action on this is super sussy, right? Yeah. Kraken. Okay. Yep. I'll take a look. Yeah. So Spy is gonna just burn premium at this point. I think that's kind of the intention. Silo, I still don't mind yet. I still don't mind because we're holding above the 200 EMA. We haven't broken above the dollar yet and the VWAP, but still don't mind what it's doing there. Plug looks a little bit sussy now. It's sold off all the way back down, so hopefully you took the money, Ahmad. Hopefully, Raven. Good morning. SSKN. Good morning. Yeah. Huh. SSKN. If even this too, you can look at the candles and you're like, Look at the size of these red candles. Consists of diluting it. La, la, la. Yeah, almost like MSTR, Yogi. Yeah, almost like SS, which is not exactly what you want to see. SLNH. Are you in a position for this one, Sunny? Right. So we mentioned this thing having a lot of resistance at $3, right? We mentioned this one earlier, right? A lot of resistance at $3, like a head and shoulder there at $3. Are you still in a position? Let me know. Yeah, that's true. At least those debts can be paid off, right? Especially when Bitcoin is cooking and gains value over time, right? And way more assets. Those debts are, way more valuable than. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so if you're looking for an entry, Sunny, you're better off waiting for that thing to reclaim 250 or get closer to 220. LI and M. Yep, exactly, Yogi. This morning, and got back in at 145. Okay, let's take a look. 145. Greenies, greenies, greenies. The entry is actually quite nice. Yeah, you got in at the bottom there this morning at the double top and then back at 145. Yeah, I think with something like this, your next resistance is 160, Raven. So you're looking at 160 and then you're looking at like 180 to 185 for your next level. So if 160 breaks, then it's the 180s. At the same time, that entry is perfect because you don't want it to go below. So or maybe just a stop loss like a penny below, because if we break below that level, we might just be headed for 120. So I think excellent. As long as we stay above 145, I think you're fine. We just need to break 160 there. Very, very nice. I like it. Justin, right now, there's not a whole lot. Everything looks a bit sus to me. Everything looks sus to me. Everything looks sus. Even the ones that look good look suspicious, Justin. Yeah. Musty. Okay. And I give someone else money. Um, SLE went from looking so absolute garbage, absolute garbage. So maybe that double bottom on the left hand side, the demand zone. But my goodness. So today, when you see those gains, you lock in the gains. You lock in the gains. Silo. If Silo just had the volume, this would have been really. Let me take a look at the other one there. NUAI. Yeah, that's been the one that's been slowly grinding up here. Yeah, there you go. This one seems to look the best actually. This one's been grinding up for some time now though, since yesterday, and yeah, so this one actually does look good. Okay, there you go. Perfect. For long play, Amazon. What's your monthly goal, IQ? What's your monthly goal? 42 cents. I'll take a look. DVLT. Mm, 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 mm. I'm still in, holding at 42 cents. Good job. Well done. Well done. Yeah, it looks like your resistance is 60 cents as well on this thing. But it does look really good though. I think for something like this, you just have to move that stop loss. As long as you keep getting higher lows, I think you're fine here. So 60 cents, ready, is your next little obstacle there. And then you want it to stay above 55 cents now. So I almost would be moving that stop loss below that 55 cents. Alrighty, just so you're getting consistent higher lows. Yeah, June. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so 60 cents is your next resistance there. Musty. Survival. So yeah, you can see how we're stalling a bit at 60 cents here. Yeah, that's gonna be your next little obstacle. So if we can break above that level, then cool. Monthly goal is 10. Okay, so you were at 7. Yeah. Hmm. Looks like we might be headed for the bottom. About time. About time. Those 0 DTE puts on the triple top is Those would have been very nice. Yeah, spy. It's about time. You bought BBI, and so at the high, Alex. Okay, good. There we go. Netsi, what's your position in CWD? What is your position? About time, spy. About time. Watch in the next 10 minutes, Jaden. ah, spy was said, "Hey guys, Hello, I'm back. The Fed says right now, I think neutral rates around 1.25. Yeah. Anyways, those two need to stop speaking. So far from Fridays. Damn virus. Yeah. Again, if you don't pay attention to the options cooking lab, guys, make sure you look at that channel every so often, because it's not just about the options, right? Virus was posting about BBAI in that channel from last week and buying the dips on Friday, and then today it's at $8, right? Um, so the options cooking lab isn't just for options. You can catch some nice little gems for stocks in there. Seriously, Dan. Seriously. So we broke above that 60 cents really quickly for DVLT and then came back below. So it needs to break and stay above. Or the memes in the options cooking lab. Yeah, yeah. Yield Max. Oh, Yield Max is launching a HIMS ETF. HIMS. Interesting. Very HIMS. Yep, Alex, everything looks a bit so yeah, today just be careful with those entries, please. The two stocks that do look good for now though, NUAI and DVLT. They're both at resistance though. ah, CWD, you're in at 619. Yeah, let's take a look then. CWD 619. So you're yeah, that entry is a bit of an interesting spot. I mean, the good thing is you have a lot of support at $6 Netsy, so I think you should be okay. And you're still at break even, kind of, right? The ask is above 619, so that's a good thing. Your entry is a bit suspicious just because we were really close to that 200 EMA, but yeah, I think for now, Netsy, just pick a stop loss, and if you can stay above this 50 EMA, I think you should be okay, right? Yeah. And again, keep in mind that you are like at break even, so you can still make a decision if you don't like it. What happened to the volume? You would think like it was summer break, like everybody went on vacation or something. Only 15 cents are red virus. 15 cents. Yeah. Yes, yes. We need proper dips though. Do we have any tornadoes? Tornadoes. Proper dips virus. Proper dips. Today is one of those days where you're looking for like quick scalpies, little 10-cent scalpies. IBG is trying to curl back above, but to me, this is more so a retest of the 200 EMA like we always do, right? So more than anything else, it's just a retest. If Google is down like 5%, okay, Google is kind of the same as SPY, right? Same. Yeah, there's a nice demand zone there, isn't there? But that's a really small time frame. That daily clearly spells problems. Clearly spells problems here. Those Google ones were a bit more. Oh, there you go. Love it. I like a message like that. So, oh, that's amazing. Okay. Um, I'll send this. No, 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 no. Uh, love it. Mm, 4 is pushing back for the highs of the day. 4. No, I don't think it's a good entry. I think we need to reclaim the 200 EMA before it's a good entry. Alrighty. Closer to 70 cents, I think you're just taking a risk there, Andy. If it stays below, no goods at all, right? But you again, it looks like it's consolidating a little bit, right? So the closer you are to 70, the less your risk. So if you do it at 74 cents, you just have to make sure we don't break. If we break below 69 cents, get rid of it. Get rid. Alrighty. Get rid. So that would be the only way I would play with that. Uh, if I'm trying to decide if I should just read the money, so just hold it. You're holding those puts though, right, Virus? I think my only thing is like you're holding like the spy put, a whole bunch of puts, and then Google put, because that chart looks like we're ready for a dip, so that put should be okay. But at the same time, Addy, let's take a look. Did I miss your comment? There we go. So Addy says, "Good morning. Thank you, Blaze, for the one-on-one. I just made a nice gain on SKK and following the strategy you advised. And today, my first day trading since our meeting. Thank you greatly. Let's go, Addy. Come on now, give me a high five. Let's go." Right? So we don't just do these one-on-ones, to do them. We do them to actually improve, right? So congratulations on taking the step and putting in the work, right? Because again, you and I can chat. If you don't put in the work, it doesn't work, right? So I'm very proud of you, and that's amazing, by the way. Amazing, 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 amazing. Good. You know what's interesting though is like when I do some of these one-on-ones, sometimes people will be like, "Hey," because this is what Addie was telling me. She's like, "Hey, I'm not very technology savage, or savvy, um, and but then here she is cooking, or maybe that was actually no, she was uh, yeah, Speedy Glow Day. Oh, birthday. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, I don't even think about the birthday stuff. Yeah, yeah, birthday on Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Popo was looking good and then halted down. Like that's what I mean. Like everything is so scammy today. It's not even funny. Not even funny. That thing was looking nice and then they slapped it. Good job, Eddie. There we go. There we go. Good jobs. And SPY is retesting the bottom again. Yep. Silo just never had the volume to do anything. We're still below the 200 for IBG. IBG looks okay because it's consolidating, but it really needs to consolidate the 200 EMA. Do I make myself clear? Virus is gonna put everybody in a timeout, guys. Virus is gonna put everybody in a timeout. Yeah. Let's go. At my limit down, too many small losses on stocks that decided to jump off a cliff. Yeah, so today is just one of those days. Yeah, I'm glad you have a daily limit though, right? Right, because then it's planned and structured and everything else. Everybody's gonna have those losing days, guys, right? I try to. Let's go. I don't know why I even celebrate Dan Super. You know, I don't know why I do it because you always know there's a roast coming. Dan. uh, Unbelievable. Top seven all red or close to red. The magic monies is what's keeping it up there. Jason, I'm not even gonna respond. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, thank you. How was your appointment yesterday, Dan? Is it good? Progress? There we go. Perfect. MU? Hmm. That's going to be interesting, Virus. It's going to be up 20% or down 20%. It's in the S&P now. In the S&P now. Wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. See what you've done now, Dan? See, here comes Josh now, too. You know what? Let's go back to Discord. Ah. I have to schedule to repair the likely in October. Okay. Okay. At the very least, though, Dan, it seems like it's moving very quickly. I think that's the benefit of living where you live versus a Canada. Canada, your procedure would be scheduled in 2030. You know, 2030 procedure. They're like, oh, you have a problem? Okay, that's okay. We'll fix you up 10 years from now. Schools in the east are closed today and tomorrow. Interesting. Okay, very interesting. Ah. Unbelievable, Josh. Unbelievable. Uh, here, like that's what I mean, right? Like you can find scalps, like little scalpies all over the place, but at the same time, it's that's all that it really is, right? Scalp and run away. Yeah, that's about the only. Anyways, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, 5K, no PDT rule in Canada. That's a benefit. Yeah. Better than being in the village. They will throw you in the bush. Yep. 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 There we go. Good morning. So FCHL is halted down. BRBI is halted down. Um, Craziness. Mm. Uh, Josh, did you close all your SPY positions? And you can see like the problem for IBG, right? So it really needs to reclaim that 200 EMA. The little white line you see there, it needs to get back above. And then maybe the volume will kick in. I mean, usually at least we have something, you know? Yeah, at least we have something. Right? At least we have something. At least we have something. Usually at least we have something that's pumping. Today it's like, okay, you better scalp or you stay away. Yeah. Yeah. Shima, you do know virus is joking, right? So don't take that too seriously. You do know virus is joking. Yeah, you are. Yeah, don't yeah. SLE is trying to give us a bit of a pop there. Now you need more musty. Then you can send it. So you could do my stuff without staring at. Yeah, I think you did really well, Josh. I'm glad you did too, because if you didn't, today would be, not that we're red, but today you'd be getting some premium burn. Some premium burned. They won't even ride the miniature ponies. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, SLE is trying to curl there. Anyways, oh Peter, check was let's go Raven. Let's see. Can we get at least something to go boom skis? I mean, not spies. Spies like, hey guys, I'm coming back. Like, what the hell's going on here, Peter? What did you do to this? Spy just comes back so easily. Right, that's what I mean. Like, on a small time frame, like, yeah, like sure, zero DTE puts, easy monies, right? From a triple top. But as soon as you zoom out, like there's nothing negative about SPY. Nothing at all. Oh, the musty. Yeah, of course it is. Of course. Maybe. What's the VIX at? Vixie VIX. Musty's watching that for sure, probably. Uh, to light up the whole city. Yes, 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 yes. Josh has very good energy. Very good energy. It's you can't hang out with Josh and have a bad day. If you hang out with Josh and have a bad day, you need Jesus. Okay, can we get something to break out? My goodness. Wow. Unbelievable. You know what? YouTube is gonna say this is bullying, guys. Bullying. That's true. If you hang out with Josh at the casino, you're gonna have a bad day because he's gonna win, you're gonna lose. Is it dead? Um, it's consolidating, so I can't really say no, Susan. Right. So as long as we stay above 69 cents, let's just say the answer to that is no. Above 69 cents, no. Below that, yes. Alrighty. Yeah. We do need to get back above the 200 EMA still. Yeah. Yeah. It's a pretty slow day. Pretty slow day. Yes, those scalps, and yes, a whole bunch of you guys are green for the day, but it's still a slow day. All is fair. No. I mean, there were two IPOs that were looking to come out today, like DTDT, right? $4 IPO, the $4 IPO in RSHL. Both of those are expected to come out today. They're both $4 IPOs. They weren't really priced, so when I looked, right, it's because the filing documents weren't in there, but maybe they will be in there at some point. But yeah, they're expected today. So we can keep an eye on those two IPOs, right? Not that IPOs have really been hot. But yeah, so DTDT and RSHL. Uh, BBIG won for the day today. Um, it was, yeah. So make sure it stays above 69 cents new. Yep. Um, Let me take a look at Oris again here. So last time I looked at this, it was at 30 cents, and it's still holding that same range. So yeah, it's trying to reclaim the view app. It needs to break above it though. ID. Right. So that support line was closer to the to 28 cents then. Actually, 3 cents. Yeah, 3 cents. Let's see. And then NUAI is not looking too bad either. That's the thing, right? There's so many names that could potentially run. Like this name doesn't look bad. And NUAI, right? Like it's had a really good morning. It's still consolidating. We're getting higher lows. It's trying to bounce, right? Like it doesn't look bad at all. It's just I don't know where the volume has gone to for some of these names, right? So don't know where the volume has gone to for some of these names. Yep. So we need some violence. And then we obviously couldn't break and actually hold above that 60 cents for DVLT. So I'm sure some of those stop losses hit. The S&P had a nice pop to the 200 EMA and the VWAP and then got rejected. So, but now we're clearly trending down on a smaller time frame. IBG, guys, again, needs volume. It's holding 69.70 cents, but it needs, like I said, this thing isn't going anywhere until we reclaim that 200 there. So that white line you see and potentially the yellow line, the 50 EMA, we need to reclaim both of those before we can go anywhere. Silo, same, right? Just no volume on that. SLE is looking better. It also needs volume, right? NUAI is trying to break the downtrend, which is good. So there are stocks that look good. They just need the volume to go boom skis. I know Matthew's been spamming that one for a bit now. Let me take a look. JXG. Matthew, are you in this one? What's your position in this? Right? It doesn't look like it's doing anything. It looks like all the rest of the stocks, right? But it is in a demand zone. It just doesn't have the volume. So everything looks the same. Everything looks the same. Peter, already have a wonderful day, Peter, and catch you in Discord. Yeah, FCHL ST. Yep, yep. Yep. Oh, the SPY just tapped lows of the day. Cayman scams. Yeah, so SPY looking a bit suspicious there. NUAI really wants to break above that downtrend. Really wants to break. Let me get some water, guys. I'll be back in a second. Let me get some water. Okay. Hello, I'm back. You have a friend coming over in a bit. Much love, Josh. See you. See you later. See you later. Yeah, needed some more water. You know what's interesting is how NUAI just riding that trend line. Is it coming back? IBG, yeah, it's trying to. At least it's finally above the 200 and the 50 now, right? Again, I still think the only thing that these stocks are missing though is the volume. Like we don't have very much volume today. Spy's looking super suspicious there. Super weak ski. Super weak ski. Oris is looking nice, by the way. G, good job on this. Alrighty, looking good. Oris. Yeah. Yep. Two cents thoughts. I put $800 in Tesla and $800 in TSLL. See in Tesla. What did you get in at, Saif? What's your entry price? Yeah, Oris with a really nice bouncy there. A really nice bouncy there. Maybe if nothing else cooks, Oris will. 428. Okay, I'll take a look. No. Okay, you got into Tesla at 438. Well, what do I think about this? I think you basically, you were having a good day. You had some cookies, maybe some ice cream, and then you just decided to buy Tesla, right? I think that's what happened. Because I don't know why you bought Tesla at that price, but if it's a long-term investment, that's fine, right? Yeah, I don't know why you did that. Because again, for Tesla, like we were talking about this, right? We talked about this last week. Like, hey, Tesla has resistance right there. There's a double top right there, all the way across, and you bought it, right? And then it's a red zone, and then yeah. But if you really wanted to buy Tesla, though, like Tesla is one of those stocks that will always dip, right? I think you'll be fine in the long run, but still at the same time, even though you're gonna be okay, it's like when you buy Nvidia, right? You know you're gonna be fine, right? Even if you're red, you're gonna be fine. But at the same time, like you'd rather buy the damn thing when it crashes, like because there's always a nasty crash, right? Instead of buying at resistance. But yeah, so you just have to think about it. Next time, maybe ask. Next time, ask. Um, mm, mm. Alrighty. No. Oris is the only downside for Oris now is we're testing that resistance again, the supply zone. IBG, just again, you can see the downtrend though, right, guys? So the consolidation at the bottom is nice, but the downtrend is a problem. So nothing seems to have the volume to want to cook today, like nothing at all. Like everything goes to resistance, and it's like, okay, that's it, not enough. Today at around 142 BTC CI. Okay, okay. Just always remember though that usually those dividends come out of the share price amount. So as soon as people get their monies, the stock usually ends up dropping. And they go spy with the pump there. Little pop. Do 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 do. Everything is seriously, Martin. Yeah, everything is a bit slow. A bit slow. Let's give it a few more minutes, guys. Like 6 more minutes, and then we can go back to Discord. So maybe I can actually do some, do some one-on-ones. Yeah, let's give it like 6 more minutes. Cool, cool. See if something shows up, and hopefully something shows up as the day goes on. Though something usually shows up. Something usually shows up. So hopefully, yeah. When does this guy speak today? Which guy? Trump? Huh? What? Oh, no, no, no. DVLT. Let's take a look again. DVLT. Actually, yeah, it's retesting the highs of the day here. So that 60 cents we had earlier, yes, but also, yeah. Yeah, so you basically have a double top there for DVLT though. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Powell is speaking today? Oh, I see. Powell. Powell. What is he gonna say? Gemini is actually popping, guys. 20 above 26. Gemini. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Look at that, right? So DVLT just went to the double top and said, "Oh, nope, not enough juice. Let me go back down." Right? That's like every stock today. Every stock. Dan says that fib extension I drew on SPY yesterday is bouncing between 50 and 61.8 level almost exactly. Okay, I think you posted a Dan. I like the chart. Thank you. Yep, yep. We're gonna stay in between that until we break one way or the other, Dan, and then go from there. Chris, thank you. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yep. So double top for DVRT here, and the S&P, like Dan said, just back and forth for now. So we'll see which way it eventually breaks in, and go from there. 1 second, 1 second. Okay, I'm back for the slowness. Today I left and then I fell asleep. I'm kidding. Nothing's happened. I left and nothing happened. No. Yeah, you can see his feet in his driver's license. I'm not kidding. That's pretty funny. Ah, for to leave, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Pretty funny one though. Being short and seeing your feet in a driver's license is pretty funny. See, now I'm reading these messages back for so long. Now I think about it. Yeah. No, I left and then to Santa to make all the presents. Yeah. My goodness, today is like has to be one of the slowest days like ever. Usually there's like one stock. FCHL. That thing's halted down, Austin. It's halted down. I wonder why today's slow though. It's not like we have an event today, like anything like that. No. I wonder why it's this slow. Because there's just no reason for it. IBG is just chilling at the bottom, right? Jim? Yes. Yes. The calm before the storm. The storm for SPY or for what? Oh, the push for 700. Do, 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 do. Yeah, the markets. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Powell is really going to say anything that's that important. Maybe he will pump the markets though, with more talks of like potential rate cuts coming. And what's in thrust? Hopefully, this is just a 1 day thing and we're back to cooking tomorrow, please. Hopefully. 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 And SPY is about to test that 666. Almost like they're making fun of us. Oh, there we go. Brand new lows of the day. New lows of the day for the SPY. Yeah, NUAI. It doesn't look bad. It's holding the 200. Just like everything else, though, it needs the volume. It's like everything else. Oris obviously went to that resistance at below 35 and then sold off back to 30 cents. Yeah, Jewish New Year, and many traders, especially hedges, might be holidaying. Well, not gonna say anything else about. Yeah, should I sell virus? You green? Yeah, no. Stay strong, virus. Stay strong. Stay strong. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Husa. Let's see. Yep. Lows, lows, lows. If we break above that 66734 though virus, then if we break above this triple top virus, I might get rid of them. But by the way, if we break above this level, I might just close them and then wait for it to maybe hit closer to 670 and then try again. So play with the breakouts. If we break out, get rid. Who controls the virus? Yep. I was about to say stuff like that, but I'm not gonna go down that path. NUAI. Yeah, it's trying to bounce. Trying to bounce. Oh, walk it alone. Virus, yes, you're on your own. On your own. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let me know if you have any last questions, guys, and then we can hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty, guys? There's no point in us sitting here and watching candles go sideways. There's really no point. We can maybe look for some swing plays, some little scalpies, because I think something will eventually show up. But I mean, we're kind of just hanging out. Quick questions, ask questions. Let me know if you have any last questions, and then we will hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty. And then yeah. Is SoFi a long-term play? Depending on the entry, the answer is yes. Depending on the entry. Let's say the answer for now is yes. If you got in, below the 20s and you have a nice entry, right? So long-term, yes, and it has performed. And but if it doesn't perform, then be very careful. So it depends on the entry. Did I see the Beanie promise this morning? No, I didn't. I saw that they had news, but I didn't really care to look because I knew it was a stupid scam. You know. Can you take a look? Raven, see you later. You. Yeah, this one was at like in the teens. No, sorry. Like at $6. Not that long ago. I mean, I say $6. It was $3. Not that long ago. Right. So yeah, this one looks really good. See you later, Raven. Uh, request. Yeah, Sammy. I'm just not sure what your question is on this one though. Um, I think you start to look at it for potential consolidation, like three candles in, right? So 3, 4, 5, right? So once you get to that three, right, and also depending on the size of the candle, like if the candles are getting smaller, the better, right? If it's like long red candles, be very careful. They wouldn't do any more splits for at least 3 years. Lord have mercy. How low is that thing gonna go? That's such a lie, by the way, such a lie. I mean, if anybody even believes them, that's such a lie. Why? Because it's not even up to them, right? As soon as that thing goes to 10 cents again, which we know it's going to, unless they've made so much money where they're wanting to support the stock now, maybe that's a different story. Maybe they have. Or maybe we were going to 6 cents because the insiders were dumping. So maybe they're done dumping. But if that thing goes to 10 cents, they have 180 days or they're getting delisted. So maybe that's what they're saying is we're willing to get delisted now because we don't care. We've made all our money. Either way, they probably made a lot of money. Question is it at a dangerous level to fall back to a retest? Yes. Answer is yes. Right. The last time we were at this level was after before they did a split. So absolutely yes. So 1650. If you can break above 1650 though, So 1650 is your next resistance, Sammy. If you break above that, then okay, cool. You're looking for $19.20. Yeah. For what? Musty daily. Yeah, this is the daily. These are daily candles. So this goes quite a ways back. This is 2016, right? 2014. Yeah. Oh, the trillion. Oh yeah, like 200 trillion Musty for Beanie. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. We looked at that yesterday, right? So it was 1.5 trillion after before the split, and then 200 and some 23 trillion after the split. So yeah, those guys are like the either scamming people, they're doing something fishy. You're welcome, Sammy. NUAI, yeah, this one clearly has some hope, right? It just needs volume. Clearly, I know, right? With your 100K on it, oh yeah, you'd be at $1 now if that. And yeah, Musty, there's no way that a stock is splitting like 4 times in a year and going from $15 to 6 cents, like in 2 months, and then doing another split every month, another split, right? There's no way that that should be allowed. Something fishy has gone on there, and somebody knows, and somebody doesn't care, right? Spy finally got slapped a little bit there, so I think we all expected this to happen. BTC is kind of green today, so kind of. Uh, yeah, it's like that same support there, Caitlin. So right above $8, it seems to be holding that really well. It just needs to break above 920, and then you're looking for $10 again. Yep, I think again for the most part, I think we all expected that to come for some, at some point for Spy. It was just a matter of time. Again, if you bought that triple top puts, zero DTE puts today, ooh, nice. Look at that, right? Triple top. And then I think that the turning point was when it failed right there. That 200 EMA fail is always the death, spiral for stocks and for anything. So retest 200, fail at the 200, slap it. So now lows of the day. The only thing that can save SPY now is Powell yapping about rate cuts. And NUAI, yep, fail. Fail, fail, fail. Nothing just seems to have it today. So we'll look at some other plays, guys. Maybe today after hours will be good because people want to make money. Yeah, today's been a bit slow rubbish. Slow rubbish. ZSPC with a nice pop there. ZSPC. And FCHL is halted down again. Yeah, this one's popping nicely here out of nowhere. Right? This is what I mean. At some point something's gonna show up and just not look back, which is good. You know? So there are a lot of supply zones on this thing, but yeah, that's a nice pop there for this one. If anybody FOMOed into this ZSPC. Google. SPY is bouncing too. What's Goog doing? Is it bouncing? Oh damn! How? How is? I mean, we are in a really small time frame demand zone virus. Right? There's a thick green zone here, so thick you could get lost in it, and it's holding this level for days now. Virus. All day yesterday was bouncing up this level above 251 all day yesterday and after hours, and then today it's using that same support. So I get that, but damn, how? Hedges, Mark, Robin Hood. Yeah, Google looks strong, virus. Strong, strong. Anyways, guys, we're gonna leave it here for the day, though. Um, let's go, Tony. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. Alrighty, smash a like before you go. Hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you do want to join us, click that link at the bottom of the chat. Hopefully tomorrow is a bit of a cooking day, or maybe after hours today, because we need a big boom ski. This was too slow, too slow. Love you too, Dan. Let's go. See you in Discord, Dan. Time for nap, Dan. Is what you need. Nap and pancakes. Aussie, let's go. Thank you. Always grateful. Gracias, Yasina. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you in Discord. Again, hopefully tomorrow we have a bit more, clarity for some of these names. Damn, Google, what's going on here? Sheesh. My goodness. Carry on. Peace. See you. See you later. Virus. See you in Discord. DC. Bye for now. CM. Bye. See you in Discord. All right. Already. Much love, everybody. And yeah. Bye, Jerry. Food. Me too, Tony. I need food and some one-on-ones. Thank you, Austin. See you in Discord. Kike. Bye for now. See you in Discord. Bye, everybody. Brian. Bye. Time for a nap. Bye, A. Bye, everybody. Again, I hope tomorrow is a better day, or tonight. But every so often we expect days like these, Alicia, bye for now. Every so often it's a bit slow, and then we get a 500% gainer, so not that big of a deal. Bye, DC. Alrighty, bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.